time it's gonna be a motorhome in Scotland. With the kids landed in Edinburgh waiting for the bicycle, and then let's go to pick up the motorhome. And I've never drove one. I hope it's gonna be easy. Bicycle arrived and assembled. Everything good, ready to go. So far so good. Picked up, and now the first question is, will this bike fit here? Because there is no bicycle rack. Day one, slept on a parking lot because there was no room in the caravan space, and the bicycles are set up. We are in Cuillin. So there is a nice lake and a valley. Glencoe. We're gonna do a day cycling tour and then back to the motorhome. And the first night was all good. We didn't find we had to park somewhere in the normal parking lot, but the girls slept like babies. Me a little bit less. I was not used to so much light and maybe the excitement. Girls are happy. Come here, ragazzi. Here we are at the waterfront restaurant in Kenmore, where we stopped for lunch. This is Glencoe. Left the Loch Leven behind, and now we are going up the Glen Lyon. It's written like the French city. Small break in a wonderful place called the Bridge of Balke in the Glen Lyon. This is the only shop and the only building around. On top of the small hill of the day, 350 meters of climb in a beautiful scenery. Finishing the tour in the fantastic Loch Leven here. Today tour finished, and now let's see where we head. We want to go toward the Isle of Skye. We want to make it for tonight for sure. I called a couple of campings. They may have some spots, but they do not have any with electricity, so it doesn't really help. But that's it. Let's head west. So we finished the first day in Glencoe National Park in this beautiful parking lot. Like our is back there. This is the view that we have in front. Tomorrow we are gonna do maybe some hikes around here. First day, check. Day 2 starts in Glencoe National Park. This is a place where we spend the night. Our RV is back there among those. And today we're gonna do a hike up the mountains up here. They're called the Three Sisters. And the weather is again fantastic. It should stay like this for maybe 2-3 days, and then it turn a bit colder. It should not be raining too much, but will not stay as good as now. So we parked back there, drove up here. We leave the bicycle, and now the Three Sisters. Pronte ragazze? Dovete dire sì! On the way up, the Three Sisters, rocky, a bit challenging with the river, really fantastic. The day is still great. I think there is still 1 day or two like this, and then maybe it changes. We came to the spot for a lunch break and the plan was actually to go up to this saddle and then on this ridge and then go back to the car. The girls were not too motivated to hike all the way up here, and I'm afraid that this ridge here is not really is marked as an alpine route, so the plan is now that we go back the same way and maybe we do a cycling this afternoon. And for the afternoon we go around the Lake Leven. I think this is salty water. Magnificent also here. Ben Nevis is somewhere back there. Back from the Leven Loch tour, and let's find a place to sleep. The 3 stars on the shores of Loch Lochy, a lake on the way to the Isle of Skye. We stopped yesterday evening in this incredible place for camper caravans. Right on the edge we came with sunset and we woke up with sunrise, and now we go toward the Isle of Skye. The most classical of the Scottish views, the Eilean Castle. This is Grand Brito and this is our motorhome, the one that you see behind. This is the Cuillin Mountains. And the view is this bay, where there is a nice beach. We're going to spend the day at the beach today. First time that I am in a campsite. I learned how to fill the tank, to do everything with the toilet and all the rest. There is no signal here. I hope that my family sees this video at a certain point in time. It means that we survived. I'm really looking forward to have a dip in the water. Glen Brittle Beach and the water is surprisingly warm. It's really warm, so my daughter's already jumped in. I'm about to jump in. Landscape is absolutely incredible. We are in the north of Scotland. 6 in the morning. Behind me is the Glen Brittle Bay, and I will go up to these Cuillin mountains. Going up this small mountain range. It's a good walking path. Once I'm up on the ridge up there, on the map it shows like a very small dotted hiking. Let's see if I have to come down here. Not so easy to go up. It's all gravel, but also from here the view is quite something. Nice skiing! Coming back to the camping. Look at this mirror. And back here, this is the ferry pool hike on Skye, one of the most popular ones, and there is this kind of motorway going up and lots of people. Having lunch at the Taylnoch Distillery right here on Skye. I think it's the only distillery on Skye, if I read correctly. This beautiful bay, and this is the Taylnoch restaurant where we are at. That's towers on Skye. This is the hike to the main Storr, and we are ferry to the Harris Island, the Outer Hebrides Island, in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Boarding on the ferry from the Isle of Skye to Harris. Here we are in Wig. Actually, there was no room for motorhomes, so I booked for a 6-meter motorhome, and then had to upgrade, but at least I made it. Here we are on the ferry between Skye and Harris. This is famous, this island, for the beaches, Caribbean beaches in the Nordic. So we got to the island of Harris, and we found a nice spot here close to the beach, and the beach is incredible, absolutely incredible. White sand all over, also on the other side. I don't know if you see, water is like in the Caribbean, almost nobody. I think it's very unusual, such weather. So we spent a couple of nights here. There is a kind of a camping place with not much infrastructure, but there is enough for 2 days. Surprised a few people on the island of Skye. It was pretty full. Here it's because it's nobody. Cycling around the astonishingly beautiful island of Harris in the Outer Hebrides. There is this very small road that goes all around the island. Here's the bicycle and our setup. It goes all around the island. There is nothing. There is no village on this side, which is kind of the south side of the island. There is no village, no restaurant, no cars that drive by. The landscape is exceptional. I've never seen anything like this. Absolutely incredible. And it's all the way like this. Girls are doing okay. One is sleeping, the other one is listening to stories. We are completing the tour of Harris. We are 52 kilometers in, and to complete the loop there is still about 16, 17. One side of the island is the one that we have done, with this incredible road in the middle of these rocks and small lakes and the coast. And now this side of the island is the one famous for the white sand beaches, and it's absolutely one of the most beautiful bicycle rides that I've ever had. The road is exceptional. Vai Carlotta! Ce la fai da su? This is the Scarasta beach. There's a lady, I think, walking her dogs. Beside that, nobody. Tour of Harris is complete. Absolutely astonishing. This is our camping place. We still have time, a couple of hours of sunshine. Absolutely one of the best bicycle rides I had. And this is the famous Luskentyre or Luskentyre beach. It's one of the most famous here on the island of Harris. And it's also very impressive. It's a huge long strip of sand all the way back there. Ready to go up the sand dunes. Here they are. Kids are already down. Now it's my turn. We're taking a walk around the Scalpe Island, which you see is very populated. But it even got more populated since 10 years because now there is a bridge connected to the rest of Harris. This is the Eileen Glass Lighthouse, like in the picture books. Just had a chat with the owners of the place here. They've been here for 49 years. They live in the house next door. They are too elderly, probably in their 70s, maybe even 80s. And they just decided about 50 years ago that they want to move from southern England to here. And they bought the house and the land around, and they run the place, and they live 7 months a year here, and during winter they have a house like in a village here on the island. As they said, the winter is very long and the day shorter. It's too cold to walk outside. And they run the place. I think this should be high season, I guess. I didn't see anybody. I asked how many people come by, and they say yeah, about 10,000 every year. I'm not sure when, if not today. There was nobody on the way or in the bar. They have a list on the wall of what they see, and they've seen today, I think, 2 orcas and 3 whales and 5 dolphins. White are the Cuillin stones. It's the Stone Age of Scotland, and this is actually older Stone Age. This is 5,000 years old, and there are these tiny stones where nobody really knows why they were done, and they are here on a free field. Some say it's even more impressive in Stone Age. So, 5,000 years ago somebody put this up and it's still up. Leaving out the Hebrides behind and going to the mainland of Scotland, to Ullapool, they do leave a lasting impression. It's quite unique, the remoteness and these karst landscapes. Really a place to remember and to come back to. And now we go to the mainland. We will see this famous stretch of road between Ullapool and Inverness. It should be one of the most beautiful parts of the coast of Scotland. Now we hike the Stock Polyak, or however it is pronounced, a mountain. So it's a 400-500 meter climb, close to where we landed in Ullapool, about half an hour away. And the mountain we have to climb is this one here. Should be able to get right on the ridge and then come down the other side. Getting close to the top, the kids are absolutely ultra fast today. Let's see if they make it to the top. It's not a long climb, but it's quite steep, 400-500 meters. Along this crazy one-track road, which is actually meant, I think, only for cars and small vans, the landscape is breathtaking. For tonight we parked at the Alhelmich beach, which is this one here. There are a few of these white sand beaches also on this part of the Scottish coast. Another absolutely gorgeous place. This was the small cove just around the corner. I think we placed ourselves there. It's all for us. Last day cycling for our Scottish trip. We go along the northwest coast. We are going to do a loop. It's about 65k, I think, with a couple of climbs. This is the Clutchtoll beach. Some other very beautiful sandy beaches here along the coast. The road is absolutely incredible. I think this is the NC 500 that goes all around northwest Scotland. But you cannot believe it. I don't think that the images can render how incredibly beautiful this road is. Lunch picnic along what is called the Assynt Coast. Here is northwest of Scotland.
So, these British guys have difficulties to do turns while climbing mountains. This is probably 20% slope, but we'll make it. I think we need to walk this one. And now 25% down, it's gonna be burning the brakes. Last climb of our tour here in Scotland, up to this wonderful waterfall and this lunar landscape, and now it goes down to the place where we have the camper van, and then we start our way back toward Edinburgh. Last proper vacation day here in Scotland. We are gonna approach Edinburgh with a few stops, because this is the Cuillin Gorge. Easy walk around around this small canyon. Stop here at the Blair Castle on the way back to Edinburgh. Glorious day. Would have been a beach day, but it would have been a bit too long then to do it in one evening from the northwest coast to Edinburgh. So we did a couple of stops today, and this is one. And last dinner of the trip in Glencoe. This fantastic location, best rated restaurant, the food, I don't know, just fried fish. Last stop before flying back, this is Cuillin, and we are up at the Cuillin Castle, which is back there. I must say that I thought to move slowly from the northwest coast of Scotland to Edinburgh with some stops. Should have stayed one day longer there and then did a big drive all the way to the airport. And that's it. I returned the vehicle. Now fast to the airport. We don't have much time. See you at the airport.